Okay. For tonight's serving of stupidity, we're going to set the Wayback Machine to summer of 1990. Bitburg, West Germany. Tail end of the Cold War. We had a squadron commander of, I was in Allied Trades, which was Transportation Squadron. In other words, we had main shop mechanics, drivers, Allied Trades, basically anything that didn't involve wings and did involve driving or wrenching or, in our case, pulling and fixing windows, cutting and grinding window glass, paint jobs, minor hydraulic work, fixing radiators. We basically were the redheaded stepchild where if it wasn't tires, engines, transmission, or rear ends, we got it. Cool. Okay. Our squadron commander, only Air Force colonel I've ever seen, had jump wings. Dude spent time with the Army before he got to us. Okay, cool. Now, mind you, there was nobody better when it came time to stand up for his people. If you were right, he would back you to the gates of hell. If he wasn't, he would be the first one to shove your butt on a stick and hand you off to whoever you wronged, okay? So, alright. He decided, for reasons known only to the gods, we weren't getting the kind of recognition we should. Okay. Now the standard thing, because we're working with dusty, corrosive, nasty, abrasive stuff every day. So most of us had like some cast-off pilot's poopy suit that we would use to work on our stuff so that we wouldn't completely wreck a uniform every 2 months. Fine. He decides he's so proud of us. I don't know where he got the money. I don't need to know where he got the money. But all of a sudden, absolutely everybody gets these bright neon blue coveralls with your name in Velcro. That's cool. And it took about 4 seconds before Trans Troop was the Smurf Squadron. This was not the effect he was looking for. So, instead of walking your leggies down to material control, getting 3 to 5 rust-busting jobs, coming back up, doing them in 2 hours, walking them back down, turning them in, getting more, he decided that, okay, our first sergeant comes by. If you've ever dealt with the military, this is either somebody's getting a truly epic attaboy, or there is some crap coming down the hill and we are all going to have to take a bite. Well, turns out, you know how you go and get 3 to 5 of those rust-busting orders and you finish them and whatever? Yeah, we got word. Walk your leggies down. Get 1. Do 1. Walk your leggies back. Turn it in. Get another one. Do that one. Whatever. We're like, sir, you are aware that's going to cause a work slowdown? Our rip track is going to look like a used parking lot? And he's like, yes. Okay. Oh, and by the way, your morning briefing, you know, it usually takes 5 minutes. If you can manage to make it take 15 with coffee and donuts, do that. Now we're looking at the workload that's going to back up on this and going, my butt's sore already and it hasn't even happened. Yes, sir. He goes, and we do it. And for maybe a week, we become total dirtbags. I mean, it wasn't go and do the job, come and fix the job. Go and do the job, come and fix the job. It was do dee doo do dee doo da 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 da. And there's a particular truck. The only thing blue on the damn base that wasn't a staff car or a Mercedes bus. This thing, we called it the Hangar Queen. It was a Chevy 2-ton with dualies. In other words, dual tires. So it had fiberglass fender flares. That's the only thing on the base that had fiberglass fender flares. And the Flightline guys would manage to crunch them on the average about every 2 weeks. So once a month this thing was in, we'd fix the fiberglass, it'd go out. Well, it's the only thing that could tow 3 particular pieces of equipment that are kind of crucial on the Flightline. Guess where it wound up? So next thing I know, here's this bird colonel talking to me. I'm a senior airman. He wants his truck back. I'm like, you're the one that turned it in. But we need it. I'm like, yes, sir, I know. Well, can't you jump the line on it? I'm like, okay. You want me to go against a directive of a colonel who writes my yearly reports, controls where I go in the shop, controls if and or when I get medals, and has the power from a word. If he decides to tell my shop supervisor to make my life hell, regardless of whether or not it's justified, it's going to happen. And you want me to risk that for you. With all due respect, sir, take it up with my colonel. Let me know how that turns out. A few days later, 2 colonels and a major go walking their little leggies into my colonel's office. I don't know what was said, but I'm guessing a fair bit of butt kissing was involved. They walk their leggies out, and we get told, okay, overtime is authorized. You have 90 hours to fix this. Hello, 12-hour days. So we saluted smartly, did it. But nobody ever said Smurf Squadron out loud. Ever.